Let's talk about the biggest social media myth out there and the key mistake that happens if you believe that myth. Okay, so what's that biggest social media myth? It's this: my audience is on X social media platform. More important than that is this, which means they aren't on X platform. So here's the thing that applies. We are all humans, and humans tend to be in a lot of different places. The biggest place where this happens is LinkedIn. People say, oh, I have a B2B audience. They're not anyplace else. They're only on LinkedIn. Well, guess what? Not only are they not only on LinkedIn, many of them are not paying any attention at all on LinkedIn. And so never figure something like, my audience is CEOs. They aren't on Facebook. Well, guess what? Yes, they are. That is absolutely wrong to assume that a CEO is not on Facebook. They probably have grandkids and they want to check them out. They may not be actively posting a lot, but they are there. So I have successfully marketed stuff to CEOs, to doctors, to HR managers, to small business owners without ever running an ad to them on LinkedIn. I've run those ads in a lot of different places. So I have successfully sold, using advertising, B2B products on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. And I've successfully sold B2C products, including knitting patterns and garage door openers on LinkedIn. So you can market virtually anything, anywhere. Now, LinkedIn is the one place where it was a risk that knitting patterns wasn't going to work, but it did. It made money advertising on LinkedIn. So once again, remember, we're all humans, and humans are not single-faceted. We tend to go in a lot of different places. Now, they may not be on there every single day for 2 hours, but hey, once a week, as they're sitting in their black limo driving home, they may call up Facebook to check out the pictures of their grandkids and see your ad running there. So recognize this is the case. Now, at a minimum, if you're advertising on LinkedIn, make sure you retarget across multiple platforms. So what happens is this: LinkedIn ads cost a fortune versus all the other ads. You may get them initially with the LinkedIn ad, but then retarget them to continue to communicate with them for years on Facebook or YouTube or Google or a number of different places. And by the way, while we're at this, let me just bring up a couple of things that a lot of people are forgetting. Don't forget YouTube. YouTube is way underrated in terms of ads. You can advertise to CEOs, doctors, HR managers, small business owners, all those people on YouTube. Remember, YouTube actually is the second largest search engine out there. People are there every single day. And while we're on the subject of things you ought not to be forgetting, don't forget Google Display Ads. They are a great way to just put raw information out there and get initial leads from people. I strongly recommend everybody here be at least aware of and looking at Google Display Ads. Next, if you have anything that fits Pinterest, remember, Pinterest tends to be fashion, tends to be home. Don't buy into it's all women, because there are men's things that I have successfully marketed on Pinterest. But just be aware that if you have something, especially something e-commerce or something that does well for people that are doing it yourself, you definitely should be on Pinterest. It is the most underutilized platform out there right now. The second most underutilized is YouTube. But I strongly encourage you that, hey, they are showing amazing stats year after year. Last year, they were the largest ROAS. It's just, that's what's happening out there. Don't ignore it because I don't market just to women. Well, guess what? Women buy your stuff, so you probably ought to be there. So the key message here is don't limit yourself. Just because you assume that your market is only one place. Remember, the algorithms are amazing. This is how they make their money, is making those algorithms amazing. So you probably want to consider testing and giving, they can go find your people if you will give them a fighting chance with enough budget and enough time to be able to go find those people. Almost any platform can bring in sales numbers. Now, one of those is going to be your most effective ROAS. Okay. One of those is going to be your cheapest leads. But in today's world, it's pretty foolish to only relying upon one source of leads. You should be in a number of different places with your advertising, because even though one is going to be cheaper and one's going to be more expensive, there are different audiences who go to different places for different reasons. Okay. And consequently, you can be able to get people that you can't get just by advertising in one place. So no matter what your one place is, I encourage you to experiment with some of these other places. It just makes good business sense. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.